Hi folks, and welcome to A&P with Dr. O. Here we have an image that I took in the lab underneath the microscope of cardiac muscle tissue. When we're looking at a slide and trying to identify cardiac muscle tissue, what we're going to be looking for are some of the unique components to this tissue. We know that we have three types of muscle tissue. We've got skeletal muscle tissue, smooth muscle tissue, and cardiac muscle tissue. What's going to differentiate cardiac muscle tissue from the other two is the presence of these intercalated discs. In order to locate the cardiac muscle cells, all of this then is going to be cardiac muscle. So this whole picture is our cardiac muscle tissue. And we can identify our cells because we can see the nucleus of the cells. So these oval shaped structures are the nuclei. I'll just go ahead and pick out a couple here for us to identify. And what is unique to cardiac muscle tissue that's different from skeletal muscle tissue is we are generally going to see one nucleus per cell. And then we can also see not only intercalated discs, but striations as well. Now, if we think back to skeletal muscle tissue also has striations, but remember that unique identifier here is going to be the intercalated disc. That and the fact that there's one nucleus per cell, and in skeletal muscle tissue, there are several nuclei per cell. Striations give the tissue a banded appearance. These lines that you see here, I'll go over a few of them with my pen here. But the lines that give the tissue the banded appearance, and you can even use that description. So the lines that give a banded appearance, those are going to be our striations. How can we tell our striations from the intercalated discs? Well, you'll note that some of the lines are very dark, much darker than the striations. So these lines that are much, much darker that I'm circling, those are going to be the intercalated discs. There's one here. I'll circle that. And these are important. They're specialized gap junctions that allow this tissue to work as a syncytium, which means allows it to work as a single unit. And I'll go ahead, I'll draw a line for us from a few of these other intercalated discs as well. Again, just to give us an overall idea of those versus the striations.